Hi, Cathie Hatrick-Anderson here. Welcome to my YouTube channel. What you're going to see here is me training horses off-farm, working with horses and their owners that I've never met before. So a lot of times I'm working with problem horses. They won't get on the trailer, they're aggressive, turn their butts to their owners, hard to catch, and a lot of times I have to come up here. And then I make it come down here and it's nice and pretty. The reason I have to start up here is because I don't want to get hurt, and many times horses have been lied to by their owners. They'll ask them to move and then don't insist. The horse might turn their rear end to them, and so I have to come off a little strong to begin with to keep myself safe. So I'm just pretty much speaking the horse's language, posturing. I might throw a kick at them, simulate a bite. Even if they're not aggressive, I just want them to know that I know how to communicate with them. Imagine if you went to a foreign country and you didn't understand the language. People are talking to you, you're trying to talk to them, and there's no communication. Pretty soon you'd get frustrated, angry, and you just stop trying to communicate because nobody's listening to you, nobody's understanding you. So imagine a good analogy that I like to give my clients is a bunny rabbit. If you've seen a bunny rabbit out in the field, and then all of a sudden that bunny rabbit took off and chased a predator, chased a coyote, you'd call somebody. You'd say, oh my God, that predator just ran after the coyote, and the coyote turned tail and ran away. So a lot of times you'll see horses moving people's feet, and that's not natural. In the horse-human relationship, a horse should never move a human's feet. We don't yield to them. So if you have an aggressive animal and you yield to them, that's telling him he's the boss. Even if your animal's not aggressive, he might be a sweetheart, but if you yield to his feet, then he can't trust you to keep him safe. Okay? So, habla español, ¿quieres algo para comer? ¿Quieres papas fritas, carnitas? ¿Quieres algo para tomar? Jugo de naranja, cerveza? It's too early for that. I don't speak Spanish, but I'm just trying to make a point. If I mutilated that language, I apologize. I learned a little bit in Southern California. But my point is, I wouldn't try to teach you in a foreign language. When I'm working with my clients, I'm speaking their language. I'm showing them, I'm demonstrating. A lot of times they still don't get it, and that's why I speak the horse's language at first. So some people get offended by that. The horses never do. When they throw a kick at another horse, hide's missing, hair's missing, and sometimes a lot worse. So I'm no match for them. They outweigh me at 1,000 pounds by at least 10 pounds. So that's why I do what I do to keep safe. I don't have days or weeks or months to bond with them. Sometimes people say, oh, you should take your time and bond with them. People are at their wits' end when they call me to travel out to their farm. So they need results. They need results right away, tangible results. And they need tools that they can put into practice and work with their animal, because many times it's, I can't keep them anymore, I'm going to get kicked out of my barn. Sometimes in extreme cases the horse is going to be put down if I don't fix it. So I'm not ashamed of what I'm doing. It's not, videos aren't edited like some other trainers will edit and show the good parts, or this is what you do if your horse won't do this. I'm actually working with horses on the spot, and when you see them on my channel, you know, it's already happened. I sometimes don't know what's going to happen, okay? And so that's why I do what I do. I thank you for watching. If you came to my channel to pick up a tip or two, if you don't like it, there's plenty other channels that you can go visit. And if you're a viewer, a new one or old one, I appreciate your viewership, and come back often, and happy trails. This job was years ago. That was the first moment in meeting her. Less than a minute, she did this. So I had to put it in slow motion so you can see. So I'm showing the first, well, the end of the footage first, so you can see this is how my session ended. It was a 2-hour session with the horse being respectful. when I go to a job, I have no idea what I'm going to get, and when this little halflinger reared up and charged me, how do I know she's not going to kick me, bite me, strike me? So I have to stay safe, and I have to constantly explain myself to many people that watch on YouTube, because a lot of them have never had to deal with a horse like this. This horse, I was told from the owner that if you brought the mounting block to it, it would rear up and come at you. So I was armed with that knowledge. So I'm showing the ending first, and then you'll see how it started out in just a few moments. I'm happy to say that this mare went on to do wonderful. It was a new purchase for the owner who hired me. Here I corrected it because I asked, and then I told I can't beg. Horses don't beg. They ask and they tell. But the owner of this horse did not create it. Somebody else did. And she didn't know how to fix it. And I did, and luckily she was able to follow through, and we have now a happy horse and a happy owner. And years later, because this is old footage, they are still doing well. At the end you'll see a few clips of her jumping her, well, a still photo actually.
No. Girl.
I don't know here if she was smelling or gonna bite me. Have to be on guard, but I try to act like they're gonna be good and correct if they're not.
Worked on just keeping her away from me, and then she was able, and then I was able to mount her. So I mean, it was. She just started it, so
well,
I called you.
That's why you gotta nip it now, because
Yeah.
you just get more aggressive.
Right. I called you quick, so I hoped it wouldn't be too horrifying.
Girl.
Okay.
Good. Well, that's better. Okay.
The whole body language you output, she responds to differently. I feel like when I work her on the ground, it's just like whatever we're walking, you're like, it's work time, and you will listen constantly. I feel like just that feeling makes her like, oh crap.
that she has to work.
Yeah, like she has to she has to listen. She can't be bossy.
Okay. So when I pick that up, I'm gonna back her up as far as I can so she doesn't crowd me here.
Yeah.
Step. Back. Good girl. And keep my
Again,
eyeball
armed
on
with the
her.
knowledge, I didn't want her anywhere near me when I went to pick up that block.
Take it away.
Advance and retreat. She's got her ears pinned. I'm showing it to her. Wanted to pet her. Take it away.
Have you? Yeah. You started this last week.
And then that.
There it is.
So, some people looked at this and thought I was super aggressive, but she has not yielded. I'm looking for that right front to take one step away. I'm looking for her ears to go back and forth and not stay pinned. I'm looking for her to not lock up her body, to back up. Before I hit her in the chest, it was wiggle, wiggle, bump right there. So that's why I'm going round and round with her until I see some sort of indication, like right there, that she was sorry. And it took a lot. she was not ready to back down. And she outweighs me by at least 10 pounds, so she has an advantage, even if it looks bad what I'm doing. She's the one doing the aggressing, or I would have not been called to come out and fix it if it wasn't bad. People don't pay me what I get to train if they're not experiencing a pretty severe problem. And it's not fun for me. I'm not enjoying reprimanding the horse. I enjoy my job. I enjoy fixing horses and the relationship with their humans, but I don't get off on reprimanding the horses. I'm saying I'm going to pet you here. I'm doing a rubbing motion. And she wanted to nip or get too close, so I popped her right in the muzzle. I have my space, you have yours.
And then go put it in the corner and simulate what you're doing. You can wipe that smile off your face. She's like, I'm so happy Cathie's here to kick her fanny.
There she avoided the tap in her chest.
She can be tough sometimes.
It
can be trying.
Last time you were like, I could tell you were like excited that I was like correcting her.
Yeah, she's big. She's big and she can be intimidating.
Good girl.
Again, very nasty, her putting her head into my space. I don't know that she's not going to bite me. Remember, I just met her, and in under a minute she had come at me, so I have to let her know, do not aggress me with your face. What if she had bit me in the face? Surgery, you know, God knows what. So I'm not playing around when I get aggressed by a horse. I'm not playing around. I have to come back and do a little more than that they did. I didn't go into her face and snap at her face, but she came into mine, and where she could really hurt me.
So any ear pin, really bad nose wrinkle, good girl, has to be corrected, because she's saying as many nasty words as she could think of when she's giving you that look. So if it's just a little bit, I'm having her smell me so she can see that I'm not going to go overboard. I'm going to correct her. Good girl. But she's not allowed to talk to me like that. Good. So I'm going to put this good girl in the corner where it was and simulate that again. Good girl. Enough with the ears. Good. The more turns you can do to the right you can do, the better. Good. And I'm noticing the difference between mugging and smelling.
Right.
Back. Good. Good girl. Good girl. Back. Turn it to the right. I don't like those ears. I'm giving her the
That was for going out ahead. If I'm turning to the right and looking to my turn, the horse shouldn't be going out ahead. should be turning to the right.
Is it chewy?
Mhm.
You're all right. Yeah. Move. Good girl. That's good girl. Does she do anything once you're in this position, or it's just when you go get it?
Yeah, it's just when I go get it. She doesn't even move to mount. We worked on that. That's what I don't understand. She was so good mounting because she used to
All right, that's good.
run around. She works on mounting. She's good.
You can reinforce that the horse gets out of your way by doing this move. Good. And turns to the right. Slow down.
It's nice if you can get a horse to move away from you to the right and also turn to the right. This lets him know that you're the herd leader, that he's not moving your feet. Has to yield to your feet.
Girl. So, I'm going to back her up here. I'm keeping an eye on her for nasty ears. Good girl. Good girl. That's the way. Good girl. Good girl. And just to break down that series of events, and get on the bottom one, reward her because she didn't get nasty and weak. Well, I'd prefer, I think, making her come
So
up
in less than 2 hours, you can see that the horse has made a big change, and she went on to continue to do well because she had an owner that was dedicated to following through, and the mare is a wonderful horse now. The next clip you're going to see is a year later. I was working with the horse again, but it had nothing to do with aggression. It was just some undersaddle work.
She doesn't move away when she's up to it.
No.
Girl.
Once you could get her in that position.
She's good.
Because I won the first day to mount her, but the second day when I really backed up, I couldn't do it, so I round penned her.
Yeah.
Worked on just keeping her away from me, and then I was able to mount her. So I mean, it was. She just started it, so I called
that's why
you.
you got to nip it now, because she'll just get more aggressive.
Right. I called you quick, so I hoped it wouldn't be too horrifying.
Girl.
You can't.
Good. Well, that's better. Okay. One step. Oh, you're good. But watch them ears. And if they're just like halfway, that's fine. But if they get any nastier or wrinkle nose, rip her head off and turn her to the right. Good girl. That was good. So I just want to walk, lead you, turn to the right, and be out here.
Adam's actually been doing this with her now. Back up. For when he gets his terrible appy.
Good girl.
But the interesting thing is nobody, like I said, nobody wants to watch the videos of like improvement on my other one. They just want to say bad things about how nasty I am. Walk up. Good. Walk up. I'll get the whip.
So we've been doing our offside, doing the same things on our offside for lateral movements both ways.
Girl. That way. Good girl. Go on. That's good. That's a good girl. You hate it, huh? Owner's first time driving Cindy Lou, doing good, preparing her to pull a cart, which she's probably already done, but we don't know her history. Good. Good job, good job. Cindy Lou, put on the happy face. So we're not in the turrets yet. We're going to do that later. We're out of the rings. We're using the lead rope attached to the traces attached to simulate the weight of a log. Make sure she can handle it.
I gotta win somewhere.
Nice.